Hi, welcome back to Phone a Friend News with the Ambassadors of Gaming. I'm one of your two, probably the more responsible host, Ambassador Chris.
I'm Ambassador Michael. You know, the guy that does literally everything.
And we have news about stuff and things.
We do. News that I collected and then typed out. You're welcome. Alright, so first up, Xbox One S. A whole bunch of people have been getting their copies already. I believe it's out.
Yeah.
But some people have already had, the test kits for a while, but now the embargo's up, they can talk about it, whatever. So the Xbox One S, it has a slightly redesigned controller, new grips, new thumbstick design, and then the biggest part that they were pushing with it is it has Bluetooth now, so it can you can use it to wirelessly connect to Windows 10 and stuff without the fucking dongle.
Without the USB dongle.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then it also has a farther range now because it uses Bluetooth, and Bluetooth has a pretty decent range. Usually, I mean, it depends on the hardware. So, and then the biggest thing for the Xbox One S, besides it being smaller, the biggest thing for me is the power bricks inside of it, which is fucking
Yeah, it's
awesome.
finally, this has an internal power supply. Although that wasn't really a big deal breaker for me. I didn't really care so much. Can I say what I don't like?
Huh.
The now old generation Xbox One controller, the one with the metal bar at the top.
The original one?
Yeah. Let's just say, no, I don't even have to code it. The new ones look cheap. The new ones are just it's just, that metal bar at the top made it look way more, cool. Now, if you see the new controllers, they actually just look really cheap.
I actually heard they're much better. The design, the build and quality is a lot better than the original ones.
I mean, that's probably true, but it just feels cheap. It doesn't look like a good controller. The DualShock 4 looks good. The old Xbox One controller looks good.
I have the first redesign of it with a fucking 3.5mm. I think that one's alright too. That one feels fine. I mean, it does feel a little creaky, but I mean...
Exactly. That's I got an Elite controller so that I wouldn't be hearing that creaky mess. Mm-hmm. But it just, even if it is a better controller, which because I haven't used it, I can't really pass judgment on it. Mm-hmm. I've held it. I've held the frame of it, and it just looks cheap. Really cheap.
I mean...
you know that little curve they have at the top? So that they're making the illusion that the metal bar is still there, only it's just plastic now. It's like a little steep curve.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
If they would have just made it flat instead of putting that curve in, it would have looked better.
I don't really care. I mean, when it comes to my controller, I don't really care what it looks like. I care about how it plays. So, I mean, some people care, but I don't. It's just a personal thing with me. But I get where you're coming from with it. So...
Before I was using the Elite controller, I was using my Master Chief one.
Yeah. Those are nice. When they do the skin controllers, Xbox does a really nice job on coming up with color schemes for them.
Oh yeah, they're really detailed and really nice. A lot of people say the lock one looks even better.
I like the lock one too. It looks.
The lock one.
I just like the color scheme of Chief
used
better.
on the Halo 5 Xbox One.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the Xbox One S bundle.
Yeah.
Which was just white, just like the other one.
Yeah. So most of the stuff people already know. I mean, it supports 4K and HDR video, which just means you get better video.
Supports 4K video.
Yeah, not games video.
Yeah.
And then the 2 terabyte is out now for $400. So
which is a good deal.
Literally 4 times the space of the original Xbox. It's smaller and it's basically better than the Xbox.
And cheaper than the original Connect bundle.
If you don't have an Xbox One, just buy the 2 terabyte $400 one at this point, honestly. And then the 1 terabyte and 500 gigabyte are coming out later. They haven't said when, and those will be priced at $349 and $300. I can see why you would maybe want to buy a 500 gig for $300 and then the 2 terabyte for $400, but I mean, if I'm spending $350, I might as well just fork the extra $50 over and get the extra terabyte of space, honestly. So But to each his own.
I don't think this is upgrade worthy from an Xbox One.
No, if you have an Xbox One,
this is coming from the person that buys everything new, that gets all of the new toys like as soon as they come out. There is just not enough of a change from my Xbox One right now
for it to be worth a while.
Justify me going and getting an Xbox One S. It's not worth it to me.
No, it really isn't. If you don't have an Xbox One, now is a good time to get one.
If you don't have an Xbox One, the 2 terabyte deal, it's a good deal. That's a really good deal.
But if you have one, I mean, if you want to upgrade, go for it. But I mean, it's like,
you got the money to blow, do it.
Yeah, if you just want to get one, get one.
I could just
live your life.
Exactly.
So
but those of us that are college students and don't have unlimited cash flow, or if you're just not a college student and still don't have unlimited cash flow, like the majority of the population, it's not upgrade worthy.
Yeah, just
wait for the Scorpio.
Yeah, just wait for the Scorpio if you're gonna do that. Actually, start saving for it now because it's probably gonna be like $500.
Probably.
So, and even then, that's not even a terrible price. It's still the same price as the original Xbox One. So, and it's way better.
But that was when it was bundled with the Kinect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Scorpio won't come with the Kinect. I wouldn't be surprised if the Scorpio comes with an Elite controller, though.
I could see it.
I could be wrong, but at least a bundle with the Elite controller. Let's say $550, theoretically. That's just a guess. So we're gonna move away from Xbox and talk about Pokemon because they actually did something I felt that was worthy of talking about for once. Because most of Pokemon is just rehashed. Here's some new Pokemon. Here's a new place. Bye. Have fun. So, but in this one, they seem.
This is either you're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of different shit in this game. Gyms aren't a thing anymore in this game.
Really?
Yeah, no. Now it's trials. They're like a series of challenges or some shit you have to do, and then I guess at the end of them, you have the opportunity to get like a rare Pokemon, like battle a rare Pokemon and then catch it or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I read in the leaks. That's not a confirmed thing. That's a leak thing. But they did show some of the leaders for the trials in the new trailer, so probably true. But what I'm talking about mostly here is now they have they gave makeovers to some of the new Pokemon and changed their designs and typing a little bit. So
yep, they're basically like
they're region specific.
Yeah. So, but I've already seen them all, and I like the typings. I do.
Yeah, I think they're fair.
I mean,
I got the list here.
There's a few of them that are. One of them in particularly is really not good. The typing, anyway.
So, Vulpix now, the Aloha version of Vulpix is Ice, and then the Ninetales version is Ice and Fairy. So, sucks to be you if you have Dragon.
Which makes me wonder if they're going to tap Fairy typing onto normal Ninetales and have it be Fairy and Fairy.
I thought it was
Fire.
Fire and Psychic.
Ninetales? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not too big on Gen 1.
I don't play Ninetales. I don't play Pokemon enough to know anymore. And then they redesigned Executor. Now he looks like an actual palm tree. He's got this big ass Giraffe. He looks ridiculous.
And you see it all on screen.
Oh,
like when this Pokemon will come out on your screen, the camera angle is going to zoom out.
Yeah, because he's fucking huge. He's got like a 9 foot. He's like 9 feet tall. It's like ridiculous. And he is now Grass and Dragon instead of Grass and Psychic.
Yeah.
So, and then Sandshrew, the Aloha version of Sandshrew is Ice and Steel. And Sandslash is also Ice and Steel.
Mike, I know you're not big on Pokemon typings.
I am not.
But you do know the multiplying of weaknesses, right?
Yeah, Ice and Steel would be double weakness to fire, right? And
not just fire.
Electricity?
Actually, it'd be a ×4 weakness.
×4 to fire and ×4 to electricity too, or no? Just
nope,
2 to electricity.
×4 to fighting.
Oh.
Ice and Steel are both weak to fighting. Which, ironically enough, are two of the most common typings used in online competitive battling. So, as for typings, I think their abilities are Snow Cloak.
I have no idea.
So that's not good for online battling either.
I mean, it's Sandshrew. I don't really know anybody that uses them competitively, and I don't even play competitively, so
Sandshrew is, I believe, in... I think Sandslash, I'm pretty sure Sandslash is an RU. Rarely used.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, they're not great Pokemon.
Sandshrew is probably an FU, or formerly used.
FU.
Or F, so.
There's one more I want to talk about because I feel it's noteworthy. There's a new Pokemon called Oricorio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Have you seen this?
Oh, is this the bird?
Yeah, it's the bird.
It's a dance-themed bird, and each of the 4 islands that the game takes place on, there is a different color scheme and typing of that bird. So, like,
I think them here.
There's ghosts. What else is there?
Fire, electric, psychic, and ghost.
There it is.
And they're all flying too, so they're dual typed with flying.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that was notable because I thought it was cool that they took one Pokemon and just made like 4 different variations of him, like Eevee. Because I don't feel there's enough variation in one Pokemon's form, but that's just me. Like, that's just such an easy cop out. You know what I mean? Like, you could just take so many Pokemon and just give them different forms or some bullshit.
Yeah.
But they just choose not to do it. So, but that's that. There's a whole list of other Pokemon that they've announced. Some of them are really fucking stupid looking, and some of them are really cool. Like, there's the Meteor one. He looks kind of like a Sunrock.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
That guy looks really fucking cool. I like his design a lot. And then they have this stupid fish that looks like Relicanth with a, like, paint splash on him. I don't like it, but whatever. So yeah, if you want to check that out, go look up the trailer. It's on their their website and on their YouTube channel, whatever. It's pretty interesting. And then we're gonna move now. I have 2 stories about Ubisoft. So, the first thing here, both of these come from interviews. I'm unsure if it's the same. All right, it's the same guy in the same interview, I believe.
Okay.
With games industry, but they're two different points. So, what is his name? Alan Core? I hope I said that right. He did an interview with games industry, and he was talking about VR and esports.
Okay.
And he spoke about the company's goal to achieve perfection. And he said, what we want is that our games are perfect when we release them. We are showing them all the time. So we are giving them the time they need to blow everyone away. Sorry. That's our mission. The beauty of Ubisoft also is to be able to give time to games when we feel they are not completely polished. We are trying to respect the dates, of course, but sometimes we have to make the decision to push back a project, like with The Division, for example, which we had to postpone twice because we felt it was not completely polished yet. Quality for us is super important. When it came out. Every day we work to make sure the worlds we create are as perfect as possible before we release them to the fans, because ultimately they decide if the game is good and if they help with word of mouth. That was just weirdly phrased, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious because The Division was broke as shit for like 2 months.
The reality is, though, something I've come to accept, especially with the current generation of consoles, is you can never have everything be bug-free. Like, there are going to be things that slip past beta trials. There's going to be things that bugs that will only appear in these massive online, like, once it's revealed to the public. And there are things that you don't expect or don't even think about. For example, being able to put the first raid in Destiny was, they made sure that everything was all good. You could push Atheon off the damn edge.
I remember.
And in The Division, you had those people blocking the doorway to the computer.
Yeah.
Like,
it's because they QA test with a certain amount of people, and sometimes they don't even do that anymore because they just beta test, so they get people to do it for free for them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you ultimately launch the game, that's when you're gonna have the biggest amount of bugs reported back to you, because that's the most time people are gonna be playing. The first month is the biggest amount of time you're going to have with interaction, because you're going to get launch, and then you're going to get all the people that played at launch to get their friends to buy the game, and then they're playing the game. So then you just have this massive community at first that finds all these bugs and problems and stuff like that, and then they try to fix them, and every time they end up fucking it up somehow or some way and create more bugs.
Did you see what Justin sent us?
No, I didn't.
What time do we want to start getting destroyed in Destiny?
Nice. I didn't see that. I heard my phone go off, but I didn't see what he said. That's funny.
Oh my god. That's... Gosh.
Terrible. So there's that. And then the last thing, it was from... Same interview with him for Games Industry. And he talks a little bit here about the NX. So we announced that we're developing Just Dance for NX, and we also have other surprises that we will announce later, but we also believe Nintendo has the power to reinvent the way families are playing. Nintendo is a fantastic powerhouse of brands that are really cherished by a lot of fans and families. I'm still impressed by the recurrence of success and appetite even today for the Nintendo franchises on the current system. So this doesn't surprise me, mostly because Ubisoft and EA were both like, we really want to get back on Nintendo consoles, but it depends on what the fuck Nintendo's doing. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Ubisoft will put their games wherever the fuck people will buy them. They don't even give a shit. So
I don't know. A lot of people are still really concerned about the NX. Everyone, the first impressions of the NX were that it was going to be this super console. That NX was going to come out and they were going to poop all over PS4 and Xbox One. And then they made a statement saying, no, we are not looking to be some sort of big game powerhouse. They're doing the same thing that they're doing it. They're trying to innovate. And while that is ambitious, it is not going to get you to the front of sales.
yeah.
At least against competing with Xbox One and PS4.
So I went on that tirade last week about the NX, right? And I've read and seen some other viewpoints since then, because that's what I like to do. I like to objectively look at things and see other people's opinions, so I can go, well, maybe they have a point. You know what I mean? And
Fair enough.
And somebody made the point, and this is going to sound really stupid because it just wasn't a thought that crossed my mind. And they're like, well, if the NX is a handheld system that you plug into a dock and it just goes to your TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why that's a problem, because we've already seen Breath of the Wild, the Legend of Zelda game, and it looks fucking awesome on the Wii U. And the NX is probably going to be more powerful than the Wii U, even if it's just a handheld, which means you're going to have games that look better than the Vita, but not nearly as good as PS3, PS4, Xbox, you know. So they're still going to be really high. This is the way somebody pointed out. You're going to have really high quality mobile gaming. And I'm like, that's fine, but most of us don't play mobile games. You know what I mean? Like, the average gamer does not play mobile games on a regular basis. But like, we'll play on our phones for 20 minutes or whatever while we're fucking dicking around.
Something.
I'm trying to make my point here real quick.
Yes, I know, but I'm trying to comment on your point.
Well, go ahead then.
You are thinking of it as a mobile game. Mobility is just one aspect of it, because Nintendo already announced that they're going to continue support for the 3DS.
And that's where they're fucking up.
But the point I'm trying to make is that they're not going to, like, when they say continue support, it's not going to be out for like 6 months and then they're just going to go, okay, no more handhelds, NX is what it is. I'm more interested in what the actual home console experience is going to be like for the NX, not so much with the mobile aspect.
What it's going to be is, you take your theory. All right, let's say my phone, right? My phone is the NX, right? You go like this, and you go, boop, and you plug it into a dock, and it beams to your TV like a Chromecast. And that's it. It just beams it to your TV.
There is any lag, I swear.
That's it. You're basically taking this and putting it on a TV. That's it. Like, it's a mobile console that you're projecting onto a TV. It's basically the PlayStation TV.
There better not be any lag. I swear, it will be unplayable for me if there is lag like that, because I cannot play. They were in their advertisements. You can play Smash on the gamepad, so like you can just lay on your couch and play Smash. Well, guess what? I tried that, and it randomly started skipping around.
Now here's my guess. All right, so we didn't see the dock, so excuse me. I'm assuming it's going to be a hardwire. You're gonna plug the NX into the dock. It's gonna be hardwired in, and then it will hardwire your TV, so it will create as little latency as possible. It's gonna create just as much latency as your Xbox or your Wii U, would be my guess.
Better.
If it's not a hardwire, then yeah.
There are no latency in either of those. So
I mean, there is, but it's significantly small.
Clearly very minuscule.
It's like 54 milliseconds. It's barely enough time for your eye to notice. And that's if it's bad.
Another thing I'm interested in is their darn network. Do you have any idea how hard it is? Like, okay, we get on and we play Call of Duty, and I'm not talking about if someone's got a naturally bad connection, and so their gameplay naturally lags. Call of Duty, any multiplayer shooter, and I say shooter because I'm thinking of people that are like in like 30 or so, 20 or 30 or so in a match at a time. And there's no lag, at least not due to the servers on any part. Smash is so much less sophisticated, and I cannot get into an online match that doesn't have lag. And we're talking like the screen will freeze and the little loading bar will come up, and then a few seconds later the game will freeze and the loading bar will come up. Like that is another big thing that I was so looking forward to that, to the online Smash play, and you just can't. You can't.
It's
you
just
cannot.
terrible.
It's not possible.
Yeah. Which is weird because, like, Splatoon works great. I love playing Splatoon online.
So does Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Mario Kart is great too.
It's
but
just
for some reason Smash
specific
isn't.
to certain games. I don't fucking know. So, I mean, it might just be the Smash Bros. Servers are garbage. I don't know. Like, maybe they just didn't make enough Smash Bros. Servers. I don't fucking know.
I was really looking forward to online Smash.
Yeah, and they kind of botched it. It's like Halo. Halo botched the shit out of their servers 2 games in a row. How do you manage that? You botched Master Chief Collection and Halo 5.
Halo 4 is online, though.
You botched the shit out of both of them.
343 made Halo 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the online for that was awesome.
Yeah, but they just, for some reason, they just can't get it right on Xbox. I don't know, fucking, on the new one. I don't know why. You know what's weird? I feel it's very specific to us. Because I see people in Fanboys of Gaming, the group we used to be in, or be affiliated with. I'm still in that group, I still communicate with them. But they do Halo 5 game nights, and they seem to go perfectly fine. I think it's just us. I think there's just something wrong with us and Halo 5. I don't know. Maybe Halo 5 just hates us.
Even when I go in by myself, it's terrible. And you go in by yourself, it's terrible.
I don't know. Because everybody else says
sucks
it's
because
fine.
It has the potential to be a really cool game. Like,
yeah, it's really fun.
The gameplay is really fun, but it just doesn't work.
We can't play campaign together. We can't play multiplayer together. It's just fucked. Like, we try, and the game's just like, no.
Yeah, we really have tried, because there are times, we don't all just play Call of Duty or always just play Titanfall, although we do play Titanfall recently a lot. It's so good.
We're pumping up for Titanfall 2. 2 months until Titanfall 2. We're almost there. I'm excited. Anyways, you were saying we play other things besides Titanfall and Call of Duty.
And we switch over to Halo 5 every once in a while. And we immediately switch away from it because we're always like, okay, let's give it another chance. We get into a game, it's awful, and we leave.
And Justin wants to play the campaign with us all the time. We're like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then we get in, and it's just bugged to fucking hell. And we're just like, alright, fuck it, we're just not going to play this on, whatever. And it's not like we don't try the normal bullshit troubleshooting, like, you try to host, I try to host, he tries to host. It doesn't fucking matter, it just doesn't work for us. So.
Oh, this makes me think of something funny. Also, if you leave a match in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and for 3DS, they will penalize you.
Of course they do.
This game I'm playing, I quite literally can't play because I'm just hovering in midair. I haven't hit the ground since my double jump about 20 seconds ago, because every few inches I fall to the ground, it stops and it needs to load, and it stops and leaves still. So I back out, and it says you are banned from playing online for the next 10 minutes. Like, that's awful.
All right, fuck you and your servers then.
All right, that's awful.
I've had that happen to me in Halo before. Like, I'll be playing Halo and then I'll get kicked. And then I'll try to play another game and I get kicked. And it's like, you can't play due to you keep quitting games. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? You keep kicking me out of the game. Fuck you. This is bullshit. Like, it's fucking bad. Like, it's so bad.
Alright, what's our next topic we've been battling? Where did we even go from?
Bullshit. Oh, we were talking about Ubisoft and the NX. So, I have 2 little things and then some closing stuff for next week. So to finish, Ubisoft is making a movie about The Division. Finally, it is confirmed, and it will star Jessica Chastain and Jake.
Is that gonna be laggy too?
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, I expect to see Jake Gyllenhaal pick up a bunch of really garbagey ass garbage for 4 hours, and then get his ass handed to him. That's what I expect. Oh, and then you get kicked.
Awards, then go into the dark zone and just get destroyed.
And then just get kicked. Literally kicked. Like, anyways. Sorry. I really wanted to like The Division, but they just fucked it up so bad.
I was pumped up for The Division when it came out. I was really excited for it.
They
just something different to play. I was looking forward to just, like, you know, Destiny came out with their thing, and I just wanted to see what someone else's take on first-person shooter MMO on console would be like. I was really excited for it.
Third person.
Third person, whatever. A damn shooter is the point I try to make. A console MMO.
Yeah.
That's a shooter. I was really looking forward to it.
Also, I've realized I should just not play MMOs because I don't fucking like them. So.
Mike has terrible luck in MMOs.
Yeah, my drop rate is fucking garbage.
Moldering shards. Oh, look, what now? More moldering shards.
Dude, the first 3 times I ran through the Oryx raid, all I got was fucking shards. I seriously had like 40 fucking shards. Like, fuck that. And then to finish up with the news before I close on one final thing. Telltale's Batman Episode 1 is available now. If you are interested. So, I actually, right before we started recording, I was over at a buddy's house and he was playing it. And it's pretty fucking cool. Like, it does that, like, the graphics are really fucking good. The engine looks really good. I didn't see any hiccups or stutters or anything. It still has that bullshit Telltale mechanic where, like, have you played a Telltale game? No? Alright, well, Telltale's like they describe it as an interactive story or an interactive comic book. So, like, you'll see somebody go to punch you and you have to do a quick time event to stop their punch, right? But you literally have 3 seconds from the time it shows super small to the time it opens up before it goes away, and it takes about half that time to do that. So you have 3 seconds starting now. Now you see the button. Now you have to press the button. Okay, you fucked up. Like, you have to be so fucking quick on the responses. And that's fine, like, if you're used to that, but, like, average everyday gamers aren't good at, or, like, average people that play those games play them for the story. They don't really play them for the quick time events. So, like I was watching Adam play it, and he just kept fucking up because it takes so much time for you to see the command, recognize it, and then react to it. And half of that time is already gone, so then your brain has to make that connection with your finger. So I had the same problem with The Wolf Among Us. That shit happened to me all the time. I would miss random shit because I just couldn't react fast enough. The timer's just very, very fast. But other than that, it looks good. It plays good. They weren't fucking around when they said you could be a total dick. Like, you could be a total dick. So I'm gonna do this real quick, alright? If you plan on playing this game, spoiler, I'm not going to spoil everything, I'm just going to spoil literally one section. Right. So now you have been warned. Skip ahead. So, there's a scene where Batman's interrogating someone, as Batman does, and you are given the option to interrogate him physically or try to scare him. So, my buddy chose to physically intimidate him. So he punches him in the face, right? Brings him down on the ground, smashes his head into the ground, ties him up, and then puts him upside down. And then he goes and he starts applying pressure on the back of his arm. And he goes, "You're going to tell me what I need to know." And he goes, "No, I'm not." And he just breaks his arm. And he's like, "You're going to tell me what I need to know." And he's like, all right. And he goes, "Is that it?" He goes, "Yeah, I swear to God, that's it." And then he just breaks his arm again. And he's like, "Tell me everything." And then he goes on and tells him everything. And then he breaks his arm again. Like, he broke his arm like 3 fucking times. Like, it's brutal as fuck. I was like, holy shit, you could just be a total fucking dick. If you really want to be. I was like, good on them for giving you the choice, but, like, holy shit.
Right.
Spoilers over now. So, but that's it for the news. I do want to, next week...
You should have not told them to skip ahead then. You should have just told them, okay, you can just end the video now, because this is our last topic.
Well, it's not the last topic. I wanted to talk about, next week, when we record, will be the release day of No Man's Sky. I would plan on playing No Man's Sky.
As do I.
I will have impressions for sure. Whether or not you have impressions will depend on your schedule. So we will most likely talk about that. We might include it as like a topic for the show. We'll probably put it near the end, or also upload it separately. It depends. If you have an opinion, let us know. Like, put a comment on it or comment on the Facebook page or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And let us know what you think, which would be preferable for you. Because I understand it can be a pain in the ass to try to skip through a video, get to the section of the video you give a fuck about. So that's it. Yeah, we'll do No Man's Sky impressions. We should have, we'll have like a couple hours worth of time with it to consider it, see what it goes. And then we'll let you know.
Who knows? We might even... I wouldn't mind even if I have the day off or if I can trade my shift. I wouldn't even mind uploading along a kind of when we say first impressions, like a gameplay of us kind of just starting out the game and screwing around on it.
Yeah, because the biggest thing is they've got leaked videos already because somebody bought an illegal copy of the game or a leaked copy of the game. So like people have seen it, but certain people haven't. I mean, if you don't know what the game's about, I would encourage you to go look, I guess, but you might also ruin shit for yourself. So it's up to you. I
hate ruining that for myself. I hate ruining stuff for myself.
It's
awful.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not going to play the game, it doesn't matter. Go for it. But, like, if you also need help determining what the fuck the game is, because it has been pretty hard for people to understand, like, what am I doing? Like, what the fuck's going on here? But they did release some new videos officially of the different systems in the game, so check that out. Make a determination, make an assessment.
I like you. What do you think,
Greg?
I don't know, so make an assessment.
Anyways, so
that's manfish.
That is it for everything. We have no further things to talk about.
You seen my downstairs mix up? I'm gonna hurt you.
Old Greg's got a mangina.
Where are we, Greg's place?
You ever drink mayonnaise out of a shoe?
Team Valor.
You're about to get a giant target painted on your face for that.
No, I am not affiliated with the people that are online who seem to think that your team color makes you better or worse than anyone else. It's everyone playing a game, and people are taking
They get so mad.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. It's a team color. Oh, whoopsies! It's a team color, like, and people are treating it as if like people are treating
the Bloods and the Crips. Like we're like a gang.
Right?
To be
fair,
we don't
like your kind around here. These are the kinds we like.
I will give a shout out to the Team Instinct by my buddy's house. Dude, they just have these fucking 3 gyms just locked the fuck down. Like, their gyms are like level 7. They got 7, like, their lowest one in there is like 1250, and their highest one is like 2,200 something. And I'm like, yeah, ain't nobody fucking with you guys. You guys fucking got their shit locked down. Fuck you. I'll stay the fuck away from you, Instinct.
But anyway,
that is it.
That's going to be it for us. Make sure you check us out at least once a week. That's how often we try and update this, but you might like what you find.
Indeed. Sidebar. If you watch us on YouTube and you prefer an audio version, we do upload to SoundCloud now. SoundCloud version is always up on Tuesday night. The YouTube version sometimes is Wednesday morning, depending on the upload speeds. I have really fucking shitty internet, and I'm the one that uploads.
You really do.
So, if you would like to get it early, or you just want to listen to it audibly, SoundCloud is there. I think it's SoundCloud /Ambassadors of Gaming. I have to look, because like our Twitters and Bass of gaming.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah, I have it in the. I'll put it in the description from now on, or I'll leave our page there. It is also in our Facebook and Twitter. I always upload when I do it. I do the SoundCloud and YouTube version side by side. So, that is it. Now we'll go.
Yep. Folks, have a good day or night, or whenever you read this, maybe even the morning. Or read. You won't read this. There's no words, except in the description. I'm rambling. Bye.
Goodbye.